Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your girl on my juices, and today we are going to talk about Betty Davis dragging Imms to court. Now, it's going to get really juicy, so I would best advise you guys to get your cups ready and start sipping. Now, for most of you guys who don't know, Betty Davis just recently, before she went on Instagram Live with Mrs. Nangula Wanja, there was a flyer that was created just to show that, this event was going to take place when and where. And so now that flyer, it was shared in a WhatsApp group called Global Africa Unity. Now in this group, it hosts a lot of professionals from different countries. There are a lot of different people there from different industries and different professions. And so now in that group also there was a man called Emmanuel Nashinge, a Namibian. So now when that flyer was posted in the group, he responded to the flyer. He said a lot of things, but some of the things that stuck out that have been included in the legal document was that what he basically said was, you see the type of shit I speak about? Who is Betty? A kid that is known for sleeping around with older men like Paul Shipoke is the type of people our government promotes. Next is Kahuhuena. Normal people don't matter in this country. This is an indication that the useless investment nonsense in the presidency will be a serious flop. That Nangula woman will regret leaving PwC. Now, for most of you who don't know, PwC is an accounting firm or whatever, and Ms. Nangula, she was previously the national director of PwC. So now he's saying that he will regret leaving that job for this investment job where she's currently the head. And then he also went ahead and said that we can't be using state institutions to promote prostitutes, please. Now guys, honestly for me, as much as I'm a gossip blog, as much as I love dragging people, I just think that, this what he said is I think it's a bit too harsh. Maybe I'm not the right person to say what is harsh or whatnot, because I have said a lot of things too about other people. But guys, I'm just saying that, especially when you're making these type of claims, you need to be very careful where and how and where you say it. As I've mentioned, he said it in a group called Global Africa Unity, and now that group has a lot of professionals. So obviously that message was just not going to stay in that group. It was going to be distributed elsewhere on different WhatsApp groups. And then him reducing her or them to prostitutes, it's basically overlooking all the achievements and everything that they have done. As we are all aware, Betty Davis has quite various qualifications. So does Ms. Nangula. So I just think that this was not fair on them, and I can understand why she's suing, because it definitely is defamation of character. So I'm looking forward to see how this is going to turn out. And so let me just read something to you as to also why she's suing Mr. Emmanuel. So it's also to add that the statements made by the defendant were made in reaction by him to someone's posting annexure on the aforesaid WhatsApp group. The plaintiff, as a knowledgeable, capable, and highly qualified person, was to speak to the head of the Namibia's promotion agency in a public virtual interview on the evening of March 2021, at which occasion she was going to speak on the topic relating to local and foreign investors as a way to promoting the objectives of newly established Namibian Investment Promotion Agency. And so now obviously the defendant's insinuations and suggestions were widely published to thousands of people on the WhatsApp group, were further circulated out of WhatsApp groups to many other persons. So now, basically now, what the court is using against her, or what the law firm is using against him, not her, is that he made claims of her of being a low moral scruple, that she is a prostitute, and that she is incompetent, unqualified, and is a person who has no professional credibility and integrity to participate in a public discussion concerning investment in Namibia, that the appearance by her in the public interview was a wrong decision, for she has no capacity, she is promiscuous, and her appearance may scare away investors from investing in Namibia because of her sexual adventures, and that she was using the interview to promote prostitution. Honestly, I don't know how people come up with these things, but this is very weird, guys. Honestly, how do you just say that just because two people went on live talking about investment? And then, so yes, guys, so basically those are one of the key points as to why Betty Davis is suing for defamation of character. Okay, now guys, I'm not gonna read the whole document for you guys, because otherwise you guys will be watching this video for 6 hours. It's basically not gonna turn into an African movie with part 1, part 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just gonna take out some of the things that I think are interesting to us, or things that we just want to know. I'm gonna try to maybe post a lot of like the document on my Twitter account. I'm gonna try to post it there. But basically, do you guys want to know how much Betty Davids is suing Mr. Emmanuel Nashinge for? I'm telling you guys, it's a lot of money. I don't know how people measure up to like to say I've lost this much and this that. I really don't know. But either way, guys, let's get into it. So I'm gonna read. So now, besides the defamation of character and the points that she has stated, as a result of the defamatory statements and insinuations and suggestions by the defendant, and in the context which they were made, the aggravating features pleaded above, the impact on the plaintiff's reputation and the injury to her dignity, the plaintiff has suffered damages in the amount of 400,000 Namibian dollars. Guys, that's a lot of money. Yo. Yo. I don't know how Mr. Imms is going to pay for that. I'm not sure of his pockets. I don't know. But a lot of times people say that if you're going to sue someone for money, you should always sue high, so that if the person has to pay maybe a certain amount, if the person has to pay less, it's at least less, but still very high. So say for instance you're suing someone for 1 million, then perhaps they can only pay you, let me say, now depending on the financial situation, maybe the court will say, okay, now since you've been sued for 1 million, just pay 200,000. So now with him, now he has to pay her 400,000. So now maybe if things have to go ahead, he has to be found guilty, or I don't know what, maybe he will be asked, I'm just saying maybe say 120,000, or probably less than 100k, I'm not sure. But yes guys, that is basically it. And now maybe you guys are wondering as to what my opinion on this whole situation is. Well, I just think that this is a good look for her. It definitely is going to send out a warning message to anyone else who has something very disgusting to say publicly about her, that you may be sued, that I am here, I do not play. It's a very good warning message, I think. And then also, I just think that there's nothing wrong in a person trying to fight for their character. And yeah, I mean, regardless of whether the things are true or false or not, she can fight against it. So yeah. As for Mr. Emmanuel, I just think that I hope this is going to be a lesson to him. And what I found funny is he once posted a picture where he says no to violence to women. But Menier, you were being violent with your bloody mouth. Otoy Kodarongo, you are going to the prisons, puppy. Pay up the money. But either way, guys, that is basically it. And yes, guys, so I'm going to see you guys next time. And yeah, currently, as I've mentioned, I'm re-recording my video. So please just give me a little bit more time. But yes, guys, bye-bye. Oh, sorry, and I also forgot to let you guys know that the lawyer that is representing her is going to be Sisa Namanje. Now, you guys know Sisa Namanje is not one to be played with, so I am really looking forward to this. And Mr. Emmanuel Nashinge, yes, he has 10 days to respond to Betty Davids' her legal document or whatever. He has 10 days. It was filed on the 4th of March, so he must reply within 10 days.